being a faith-driven enterprise and you being a faith-driven entrepreneur, do you feel that you met your business partner in Core Ventures?
I can say yes.
And amazingly, that has worked out for your business? It
has worked out for us because being a faith, we have our values in Christianity, in certain way of culture. Is how we do our things in terms of excellence, in terms of how we address our customers, in terms of how we develop our systems, in terms of how we solve problems. We're really into doing these things from a faith point of view, like ensuring that you're doing clean businesses. We are offering what we promise and we give to our customers what we've promised them. We don't underscore them or twist them. We just deliver what we promise. So that has helped us, even in terms of instilling the culture within our business, because now we have coaches, people who have the same mindset.
Yes.
So people you can discuss the same things about faith and about Christ. So it really helps even to build our culture, because I know even before Core Ventures came on board, there's something norm in our company. We always have devotions.
Wow.
Even before any meetings, we have to pray. So I believe having some certain standards also helps you to grow, not just as a person, but also as a business. And not that we force everybody to eat. Like this, the issue of being, the Christianity and all this. It's not like we force it, but we build it as a culture, so that even for those people who don't know Christ, they get the opportunity to know Christ. So at the same time, we actually spreading the word, and we know that the young people are suffering. People have challenges, and as you know, in our company, our average age group. Our average age is actually 28 years, me included. So that tells you that we have a young team, a very young team, and they come with a lots of challenges. But the moment you have a culture of the faith-driven culture, the issues of challenges that they face in life, somehow you get to solve them. Because if somebody is facing so many challenges out there, how they manage their relationships, how they manage their life. So what do they do after Friday? All those things. So the moment they put them together, then it's easy for them to progress and to prosper in life. So that has really helped us with Core Ventures as partner in that.
Wow.
Yes.
And now that you brought the topic of faith, looking back at your journey and just reflecting on it, what would you say that faith, what has it played in your life since your upbringing, your education, and now in your career and business?
Oh, wow, that's amazing, because I've been a believer all the way. So I joined church back when I was in grade 1.
Yeah.
So I remember it's my grandmother who took me. The first person to take me to church was my grandmother.
Yeah.
And that time she was a Catholic, so I remember I did all those classes for the Catholic, and I was baptized, and even got a lot of knowledge out of that. But now when my grandmother passed, I went to stay with my auntie. So my auntie was a Protestant, so she took me to Protestant. And then from there I went, became a Protestant all the way.
Until today?
Even today. Okay. So I fellowship at Sitam. So I think even at the children's home, the faith was like, Christianity. We used to sing every time we go out there. I used to go to a Presbyterian church, so you'd participate in even the church activities. Like I used to act. By the way, I can act.
Wow. Are you acting right now?
Yeah, I wish I could. So I used to act. By the way, I wish we had the technology that could record, and I see today, I don't know why those guys are not recording. I'd be interested to see how I was acting, singing and dancing. I was very good with those skills.
Wow.
So we were taken to church. We were brought up from that perspective of faith, and that has built me, because of course I'm not perfect. So even when you know that you're going wrong, you know that this is the wrong direction. You can literally know. So that faith helps you to get back to who you are as a person. So personally, has really helped me even from a young age, because my parents, my caretaker parents, where I went to the children's home, even the person I call my mom, Phoebe, she's a faith-driven lady, very, very strong in that Christianity. So it has really helped me to mold me and even to be where I am. And also, I was also lucky to marry a faith-driven lady. So I think my life is about faith-driven, born-again fellowshipping and participating in church activities, missions, and even offering, even singing in church and all those things that my wife does together with myself. We serve a lot in our local church. So that helps us to even mold our culture and our life. What is it that we believe in?
Wow.
What is it that we are out to do this? It helps us to understand even our purpose in this earth.
Understand. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. And speaking from that angle of faith and now bringing it back to business, you being a faith-driven entrepreneur and your services and all the business that you do out there, they're open to the whole public. Are you able to identify a client based on that? And how have you been able to even maneuver the space? Because for sure out there, it's not ideal that business and faith are combined. It's not one thing. So there's still the challenge of knowing you can pray before a business meeting. You can borrow values from the church. You can borrow values from your Christian and faith life into business. For you, as that kind of business, interacting with this other world, how is it for you?
I can say it starts from you as a person. So first of all, how do you carry yourself? Because people will not get to know about you because of like the things you say that I'm a faith-driven person or I'm a Christian or they do not get to know you through that, but it's also through your action. So how do you address yourself in front of them? How do you conduct yourself? What are your personalities? So like when you say that we need to do this and this and this, and what are the promises? Are you straightforward? So some of these qualities, they come along, and then as you get to interact, is now when they get to realize, and then you bring it along the way, because it's very hard for you to approach a certain business with that angle. I'm here because I'm faith-driven or I'm a Christian or something like that, because you have customers all over. So in others in different religions, and we respect each other. So the personality for me is the one that takes the preference, like what is you as a person, how are you carrying yourself? And that is the same thing that we try to instill even in our staff members. Like how you carry yourself matters a lot, because that is what you'll be connected, and that is what you'll be known for. Exactly. So it's not easy out there, but the moment you get to know the customers, the moment you get to interact, is not some of these things do come.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. I think that is really amazing, that even finding the balance to do business in that space.
Yes.
Wow. And I'm sure it hasn't been easy, as you've mentioned.
True.
Along the way you faced challenges.
Yes.
Maybe what are these challenges that you faced, and how have you been able to overcome them?
Wow. Entrepreneurship is hard,
it's a lonely journey.
It's a lonely journey. The challenges have been there from the onset. When you have to employ, how the process of employment, I think that is the greatest challenge that I have faced. Because it's not like I'm a football fan. My club is Manchester United.
Wow! I think we will be finishing this live here.
So it's not like football, because for me, I understand the world of football. So for you to bring a footballer to your club, you've seen them playing somewhere. You've seen them playing probably in another club. You've seen their skills. You can actually go and start looking at them as they play football. And then you sit down as a board and say, we want this guy. We want this young man to come and join our football club. You've already seen the skills. But now in the entrepreneurship, there's no space for seeing somebody's skills before you hire them. So it becomes very difficult. As much as we have all these systems and we are believer of AI, artificial intelligence, it's still very difficult. And also helping this person also to grow and to be somebody and to be counted. So one of the greatest challenges is getting the right people, because the moment you hire the wrong hires, they drain you, they take you back a little bit. So you're struggling so much to build a person other than building the business. It's a big challenge. So for that, I believe we have a lot of solutions around that. And that's where the coaches come in. That's where the mentors come in. That's where the board of advisors come in. They help us with that, because we make one or two mistakes, but at least we're able to overcome through that. The other greatest challenge is now the economical issues. Like they had mentioned that the dollar 2 years ago it was 110, now it is 150.
Ideally.
And we are importing. We are importing our services. That is in terms of the servers we lease from companies out there. So it affects our business. It eats into your profits.
For sure.
A lot. It eats into your profit, and it affects you. Also the transition between one government and the other. Like there's a new digital taxes that were introduced recently, like 2 years ago. It's a challenge also. Basically, navigating also around the government policies. Sometimes they affect your business. They affect the customer's decision. They affect even the end consumer on how they use your products sometimes. So it's the economical and geopolitical influences or factors really affect you. Right now, the fuel is at 200 shillings. So, and you're doing digital marketing. You're doing physical marketing as well. And sometimes you want to reach out to those customers. You want to visit them. They want to see you. That is the customer's mindset. But you need to get there. You need to pay more to get to that customer. So also that affects. So as part of the economical and geopolitical, as well as now the issue of building systems to be perfect, like I can say to be stable. It's not easy. And then you have this pressure from this customer, you have this pressure from the marketing team, you have pressure from the sales team, you have pressure from all these other sides. So all those have been challenging to us, but we have tried to solve some of those through the core ventures. Of course, you cannot solve all the challenges. In the moment you get like new partners, new challenges now emerge. So we are living in a world that you have to keep on navigating around and solving problems as they emerge. Because it's not perfect. But the good thing is that I'm happier. Like I can be able to record this video. And there's a time that you could not have sat down and record that because you don't know who is calling next. You don't know, and you don't have a team to help you. But now we have a team that we work together and we are all running as partners. So I'm happy that we managed to navigate through some of these problems, and it is my hope and prayer that we'll even continue to scale, and not just in Kenya, but also in other parts of Africa, especially, and probably Asia.
Wow. That's so interesting, Joseph, even listening to you how you've been able to like navigate the challenges that you faced along the way. I'm sure your story is so amazing, and you picked some lessons along the way that are very ideal for even any other person who is listening to you or an entrepreneur. If you could share some of these lessons with us today, and like your journey, what has it taught you? What have you learned in business, and how is that going for you?
Wow. First of all, you have to believe in yourself. For me, as I started saying, it was poverty from the nose, from the mouth, from the ears, everywhere in that young age. So first of all, I hate poverty because of what I went through. And it's sorry that probably our parents have not gone to school and then they died young. So it's not something that you can change. That is what happened. So I think I've hated poverty along the way. So every person, we must hate poverty. We need to be in a position whereby we can be able to support each other and help people grow. So were it not for those people who made an impact in my life, I would not be where I am today. Were it not for that grandmother who took me to school, that auntie, that sponsor who paid my school fees, I would not be where I am today. So I think my key lessons is, first of all, we need to work hard. You have to hate poverty. I learned to work hard from a young age. So we have to have values that can help you to scale your business, because you'll face all these challenges in businesses. You will face challenges even in the economical, political. You have to make quick decisions that can help you to stand. And then, of course, you're not in the competition with others. You can only compete with yourself. You're the best competitor of yourself. So learn about your skills. Get to know what is it that I'm good at. And with that, put it along in your purpose and put yourself in a position whereby you can live in accordance to your purpose. Because once you determine what your purpose is in this life, then you live with joy. You'll be able to do the things that you love, and you'll be able to excel. So especially for the young people out there. So sometimes they go to the social media, you're finding all these things, hype, but you're not looking at yourself. What is it that I can be able to do? And then also accepting the small things that you do. So today you could be charging a customer, or you could be paid this, but the next time you'll be able even to do a business worth a certain amount of money. So it's growth. You cannot be everything in a day. So accept the growth, grow lean, we call it lean strategy. So grow into it, and also desire to be bigger, desire to scale, have a vision that cannot be that you cannot stay away from your vision. So you have to keep your eyes on the vision, and also learn to adapt to the changing. Like now, there's AI that has come.
Yeah.
So are you gonna say now AI stay aside?
So,
Now you just remain there, especially in the technology space. Your technology evolves every 5 years. And actually, every 10 years, there's always a new technology that comes in.
Yeah.
And in this decade, the technology is AI. So you have to make sure that you are in the space of what is going on. So we had this technology of Bitcoin in the last decade.
Yes.
And the other decade, we had the technology of mobile phones. Every 10 years, we always have something changing. And in our space, even in the systems that we are doing right now, probably in the next 10 years, they'll be obsolete. So if we are not quick to adapt, then you can be wiped out very easily. So you have to be quick. You have to listen to your customers. You have to give the best services that you can be able to give. And that is what we do.
Amazing.
And that's what we strive to keep doing every day.
And talking about vision, I'm just looking at what are your plans like in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, business-wise, and also maybe personally? Yeah. What are you looking at?
In the next 10 years,
we can start with 5 years.
5 years, wow. Yeah, next 10 years you've taken me far. But it's good. 10 years is short time because it's 10 years since I graduated.
Yeah, that's
today. It's 10 years. And it looks like yesterday.
Yeah.
Time is, you see, in September, it's just the other day, we're in January. So for me, in the next 10 years, I have a big vision. So I'm looking at having 100 acres of land somewhere in Kenya. 100 acres,
Wow.
or 50 to 100 acres. And this would just be in a technology hub.
Wow.
Technology hub whereby we bring a community of developers, like a campus, whereby there are lodges there, where people sleep, there are football pitch.
It had to be football.
Yeah, I love football. I would be having fun. It's a real football pitch, and there's a gymnastic there. There is a swimming pool there, and there are the offices there, and then there is the steps that we do in software development. We always have, you design, then first of all you get to understand the problem, then you design, and then it's approved, and then you develop, and then you test, you roll out. Those are the six steps that you have to take. So we need to have this as huge departments with people specialized in doing all those things.
Wow.
And then now the people who capacitate now taking those. So building a community where even the university students would be coming to learn their skills. Because one thing that I learned is what you're taught in campus, it's very shallow. You have to do these things. And for us, we had the ability, I think the millennials, I think our generation was built to discover things by themselves.
Yeah.
But do we need the young new people who are coming, the Gen Zs and the new generation Ys that will be joining us to have to go through the same pain that we went through? No. So we can help them right from the young age, where even kids from primary schools will be coming to us and see what is going. So we look forward to having a portfolio of so many businesses and schools using our products across Kenya, in Africa. If we can have this system as the go-to, the QuickBooks for schools in Africa, that will be amazing for us. And that is what we are looking forward to. And as well as also extending our markets in the Asia and this, continent, which, they have a lot of money because of the oil. I see them buying footballers nowadays.
Okay.
So why can't they buy our technology? That's the question I ask myself. Why can't somebody in Saudi Arabia come and buy my system? Why can't they? So all we need to do is to let the government support our companies. Let also work with the government and the ministry that is involved to make sure that we can be able to export. Because what we need as Africa is just export. We just need to export more. If we can be able to export more in terms of services, in terms of manufacturing, I can tell you that will be the next big continent in the next 10 years. So I want to be part of that story. I want to be part of the success of our continent. I want to be part of the success of our country. I want to also change our community, eradicate poverty completely. If there's any family member who is still struggling, like they are all okay, it's my desire to see that, as well as continue helping more children out there. I'm a board member in the children's home that I was.
Wow.
So I'm happy that I'm giving back.
Yeah.
But I want to see more kids helped so that at least they also get to be independent. Because I remember there's one thing that my grandmother told me that has never forgotten, even today, that the roots of education are bitter, but the fruits are sweet. So that's something that she always to tell me, and I've seen that. So, but this education, we need to have it with all, everybody gets a fair education. And it's through systems like Cloud School that can also help that, because especially the tools that we have for the teachers, like they're able to do their lesson plans, they're able to do schemes of work, they're able to plan and even deliver value to the students. So if we can have all this in all the schools, actually I would be very happy, because I know the education will be better, and tomorrow will be much better. So that is our vision for the next 10 years, and may God help us.
It's just that you have a very, very big vision, wonderful, and I can't even wait to see where that gets you, for sure.
Thank you.
And it's really amazing even to listen to your story and the growth that you have amassed so far. It's really amazing.
Thank you.
Just finally, if someone is listening to you and the entrepreneurs, the young people who are thinking of going into business, starting their own businesses. Right now, the economy is very tough on almost every young person out there. People are struggling, and the only solution everyone is telling young people is start your own business. For you, whom I'm speaking to you today, you started your own business. You have seen the journey, you've experienced it, you've seen it. What will be your advice or message to other young people out there?
For me, my advice to that young person out there is just do it. Go for what you feel that you want to do. Just go for it. Believe in yourself. Start small, wherever you can start. Don't sit down and wait for things to happen. Just be part of your story. Work hard, so the moment you get an opportunity, if you're in the technology space, and probably give you an opportunity at Africa Cloud Space, so you should give your best. If you're starting your business, also give your best. But I also advocate for, especially for the technology, get to learn from your masters. Get to learn from those people who've been there before. I learned from so many people. I've learned from friends. I've learned from where I got employed. I've learned from as a group. I've gone to conferences online, and I'm still learning even today. So make sure that you're learning. Make sure that you're equipping yourself with the skills that will help you to grow. But the most important thing is that you need to believe in yourself, and you just need to do whatever you feel is right for you. But have mentors around you, because entrepreneurship can also be a lonely journey. And remember that as much as you're talking of entrepreneurship, you're still an employee of the company that you're working for. Because as much as it is your company, me, I'm an employee. I report to work like any other person. You're paid just like any other person. You're also accountable. So you cannot say that I'm an entrepreneur, now I'm comfortable, I can sleep, I can just take it easy. No, you're just also an employee of wherever you're working. So your business is independent of you. Your business pays you a salary. You're independent. So you need also to manage your capital, your finances very well. Pay yourself a salary just like another person. Live within your means. So if you can't afford something, don't take money from your business to go buy personal things. So just save from your own salaries and do things that you want to do. So ensure that you manage your finances very well as a business person. That is something that I've learned. Whatever little that you get, make sure that you're saving. Make sure that you're saving for the company as well. Remember that a company is an entity, is a human. The company needs also a safe something in case anything happens in the economy, like it happened in the COVID. So you need something that can be able to survive the company for the next 6 months. So as you save personally, also let the company also save. Basically, the other key thing is that we need to work together, get friends. Like for me, I have very close friends who help me when I have challenges, people like Ronald. So they're people that you go to, and this guy is just willing to help you. And when he has challenges, he'll come to you. So don't just do it alone. Get the people that you can be able to work with, whether it's your spouse or it's your friend, you can be able to do it, because the current economic situations that we have is very different from when you were starting. I think when you were starting, it was much better. I feel so. I don't know. Yeah, it was much better. But now there are more pressures around you. There's a lot of challenges even in the economical space. I think because of also the challenge of COVID, the Russia-Ukraine war, so many challenges around the world. But you have to navigate around these challenges so that you can excel. So for me, is to make sure that you believe in yourself and go for it.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Joseph.
Thank you.
And the biggest lesson that I'm just picking out of this interview is being able to believe in yourself and following that dream to the core. And thank you so much, guys. That has been Joseph, from the founder of Africa Cloud Space, who offers software as a service. It's been inspirational to talking to you, Joseph, and even listening to your story. I'm hoping to you who is listening to us today, who has listened to Joseph's story, you'll be inspired, you'll be able to learn. And if you're an entrepreneur out there looking out for opportunities, looking out for other entrepreneurs to connect with, Core Ventures is also an investment firm that invests in faith-driven entrepreneurs, and we're here to support small and growing businesses in Kenya. So we're here to walk with you the journey, to support you in each and every path that you're taking. As Joseph has mentioned, it's not very easy out here, and we commit ourselves that other than just offering you financial services, we are here to be your support system for sure. And we are hoping to be able to support hardworking men and women all across the country to make this country very prosperous and to end poverty at the end and the long run. Thank you so much. I've been your host. My name is Pamela Okutoi. I'm the storytelling coordinator at Core Ventures. See you next time.